Skywatch Media News for August the 20th, 2020. An asteroid the size of a truck just missed our planet, passing within 1,830 miles on August the 16th. It was a remarkably close encounter, the closest ever recorded. The asteroid called 2020 QG is the closest that any known space rock has ever approached without crashing into our planet. The asteroid was first spotted by the Palomar Observatory in California 6 hours after it had made its closest pass, where it was already heading back into space. The asteroid approached undetected from the direction of the Sun, according to NASA's Center for Near-Earth Object Studies. The close call is a worrisome indicator because astronomers did not see it coming. Blinded by the light, they had no prior knowledge of its existence until it had already passed us by. It is troubling because NASA only knows a fraction of the near-Earth objects like the one that passed undetected on August the 16th. Many similar objects do not cross the line of sight, and several potentially dangerous asteroids have actually appeared without detection in recent years. It is especially troublesome because if the wrong space rock happened to slip through the NEO surveillance system's tracking zone, it would potentially become a life-threatening situation here on Earth. According to astronomers, the asteroid passed by traveling at a speed of 27,720 miles per hour. Early observations indicate that the space rock flew over the southern hemisphere near Antarctica at around midnight Eastern Time on Sunday, August the 16th. However, a rendering by the International Astronomical Union suggests a trajectory over the Pacific Ocean, many hundreds of miles east of Australia. The asteroid is said to be between 6 and 18 feet in diameter, meaning that it would probably have created a brilliant fireball and an airburst equivalent to about 24 kilotons of TNT if it had entered the Earth's atmosphere. That's about the same as one of the atomic bombs dropped by the United States on Japan in the year 1945. But the airburst with respect to the asteroid would have happened about 2 or 3 miles above the ground. One thing to keep in mind about close encounters is that it does not take a huge space rock to create a big problem. We understand from recent experiences what smaller space rocks are capable of doing. In July of 2019, an asteroid the size of a football field, called 2019 OK, approached within 45,000 miles of our planet. This is less than 20% of the distance between the Earth and the Moon. It appeared out of nowhere, approaching from the night side of the Earth. Now, it should have been noticed by the asteroid telescopes, and yet it managed to elude detection until a week before its approach. A slight shift in its trajectory could have been catastrophic for our planet, which shows us that we need more eyes on the sky. A congressional bill established back in the year 2005 requires that NASA actively scan the skies for asteroids and other potentially hazardous threats from space. But in spite of the congressional mandates, NASA only detects about 90% of life-threatening space rocks that are equal to or larger than 460 feet in diameter. As of May 2019, the space agency has found less than half of the estimated 25,000 space rocks of this size or larger. This would include objects that come from the direction of the Sun, such as the one that went undetected on August the 16th. These rocks are incredibly difficult to spot until they are already upon us. When it comes to inbound asteroids or objects approaching from the direction of the sun, there isn't much that can be done to notify the public. Asteroids like 2020 QG are detected using optical telescopes, which are only useful in the night sky. These rocks would normally be discovered on one of their prior passages, and therefore predictions of their impact probability would be made years or decades in advance. But it is the ones that unexpectedly creep up on our planet that are the most worrisome. At this moment, scientists are in the early stages of developing a space telescope that is capable of detecting incoming asteroids from the direction of the sun, referred to as the Near-Earth Object Surveillance Mission. It is scheduled to launch in the year 2025, but this is years away. In the meantime, the dangers posed by incoming objects continues to grow, and the time is getting shorter. As always, it is a matter of when, not if, the next big impact takes place on planet Earth. Meanwhile, on the same day, just 11 hours after asteroid 2020 QG narrowly missed the Earth, an immense air explosion took place over Shandong Province, China. The brightest fireball witnessed in many years exploded in the atmosphere over the city of Linhai, turning the midnight sky a shade of blue. The event was captured by the Chinese Meteor Monitoring Organization, which runs an automated camera in Shandong Province above the coast of the Yellow Sea. Here is what we know about this event. The flash was so intense that the night sky turned to day for many miles in all directions. The sound emanating from the explosion was so magnificent that it shook the landscape and caused buildings to tremble. The meteor blast was observed and felt across most of Shandong and Yingsu provinces. According to scientific observations, the astronomical magnitude of the fireball flash is said to be -20, or 900 times as bright as the full moon. If the estimation is precise, this would be classified as a very rare fireball event. According to NASA's model of meteoroid activity, this would be classified as a decade event. A rare meteor indeed. In times of darkness, it is not surprising that we turn our eyes to the sky, looking for answers to what may trouble us. Every person has their own reasons for stargazing. It may help us to make sense of what we see happening all around us. It helps to be curious. However difficult life may seem in these times, there will always be something good that you can do. It matters that you do not give up. Stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. And remember,